Bros, I'm beyond good. Damn, my face is a little bit like dusty. What's up? Hey, real quick. Hey, bring the goddamn collard greens. Hey, what it do on West Side? Nah. Hey, happy New Year to everybody. Um, I started like prematurely. Well, I didn't start prematurely. I just got started because I just realized it was New Year's Eve, guys. Like I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. I just realized that it's New Year's Eve, and I, man, I don't think that I have that much. I don't think. No, listen to it again for a little while. Make sure I don't have any peaks. Uh, I don't think I didn't think I don't think I have that much pull like that to command a humongous audience uh during New Year's Eve, but hey man, it is what it is. Um we this topic that I'm talking about, I feel like I had to cover the topic because something about it just doesn't sit right with me. Hold on. I'm sharing this to Instagram. Is the Robert excuse me, is the Robert Brooks death being covered up by mainstream media? That's my question. There was a guy named Robert Brooks Sr. who was recently killed by correctional officers in the Marcy prison or Marcy jail in central New York City. Like, are you guys know about this? You guys heard about this? Robert Brooks Sr., age 43, was killed by corrections officers in the Marcy jail or prison. It was Marcy jail in central New York City, in the center of New York City. So there's this video circulating, right? Um, of this man basically being beat up by these correctional officers in this prison or this correctional facility is what it's being called. Um, First and foremost, I just want to say, look, I am as conservative as the next guy. Being a conservative has nothing to do with apologizing or being an apologist for police who or correction officers who abuse their authority, who gang up on and bully um, the inmates who are placed under their care. I want to get that clear. A lot of people like to carry this notion, oh, if you're a conservative, you're just a stooge for the police. Anything they do, you're gonna apologize for it. You're gonna make an excuse for it. Um, Wrong, wrong. As a conservative, you have an obligation more so than anyone else. You have an obligation to stand up for what's right. Oh, it's upstate New York. Okay, then Central New York. It's not. It's upstate New York. I'm sorry. I didn't get the geography quite right because I don't really know that much about New York. But this was Errol Allen. I am with you. I am with you, Errol Allen. Stay out of jail and stay alive, right? But I said the same thing when I first heard about this situation. I said the same thing when I first heard about this situation. And that is the sentiment on a holistic level, right? Even on a spiritual level, even on a macro level. But when I watched that video and I saw what these cops were doing to this guy, when I watched that video, hold on real quick. When I watched that video, guys, there is absolutely nothing that man could have possibly done to warrant them beating him like that. I'm sorry. I'm not even gonna say it's a lynching. I don't like that word because a lynching is something specific. And I think when you call things like this a lynching, I think it does a disservice to our ancestors who really were lynched, right? Hung from their neck until they ceased to exist, right? You can hear it? Okay. I want to say he was brutally murdered. That's what this was. When you say lynching, it kind of there's like a detachment that happens when you use that term. It seems like something that's from long ago, like something that's past its time. No. This wasn't a lynching. This was a brutal murder. Okay? Let's call it what it is. Right? Let's call it what it is. This was a brutal murder. Ant report, it ain't a new year yet, but I'm not stupid. I'm not that ridiculous. If like George Floyd, Fentanyl Floyd, his death was 100% preventable by him. This guy, Robert Brooks, there was nothing this guy could have done. These guys, he wasn't a very large man, and you have very big, white, corn-fed guys hitting him, choking him. They basically just beat bro to death, right? I understand that lynching is not only with a rope, but this was a murder, flat out. I'm not calling it a lynching. I'm calling it a murder because that's what it was. This was a murder, 100%. I don't know why saying the word lynching. I don't know if that makes people feel good. Like, does it make you feel better to use the word lynching? This is a murder. When white folks get killed, it's a murder, a brutal murder. Black folks get killed, oh, he was lynched. No. You kill me, call it what it is, murder. I don't want to hear no damn lynching. I don't want if I get killed, I don't want my death to be minimized by saying, oh, it's just a typical old racist. No. We're not doing that. We ain't doing no, oh, it's a typical racist. No. Someone brutally murdered, a group of men brutally murdered this guy. And that group of men need to be held accountable. Now, I believe they will be held accountable. I believe that. But I also believe that this was enough for the citizens of New York to call for, these elected officials to resign. I'm not gonna lie to you. These people who are running New York, the state of New York City, right? These people are their level of ineptitude is unforgivable. Unforgivable. The fact that these officers felt that they had the weight, the fact that they felt that they had the right to kill this guy, to do what they did to this guy, this speaks to an institutional situation in the state of New York. I don't think this was just a bunch of guys making the wrong decision, right? Or making a judgment call, and it turned out to be the wrong call. This is not giving that. This is not giving that. This guy was totally immobilized and incapacitated. I don't see anywhere where this guy was posing a threat to anybody. And they were just like punching him in the ribs, choking him, beating on him and stuff. And I'm literally looking at this situation like, why was that even necessary? I think if we do this thing where we're like, oh man, it's just these racist dudes because Trump's not, that minimizes this. And I ask our black folks, we tend to do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. This ain't about who's the president. This ain't about none of that, because currently Joe Biden is the president. So if you blame a president, it will have to be him. But this is not about who's president. This is an institutional issue, right? A systemic issue within the city of New York. There's something going on in New York where these people, these correctional officers and stuff, they're feeling like they have the right to just brutally beat on a guy for being a criminal. And that's just not the case. But as far as the African American community is concerned, I'm asking the question like, okay, what are you going to do? Right? Of course they made a conscious decision to kill him. It's obvious. My thing is, and it kind of looks like they killed him on accident. Like when you look at it, they all look like they're like, oh shit, we killed him. But I'm sorry, like as a human being, like how much damage do you think a human body can take? Especially when the guy is handcuffed with his hands behind his back, his ribs, his heart, his neck are all exposed. Bro can't even cover up to protect his vital organs, his throat. And you guys are just like welling on him. I'm not going to show the video where they were beating on the guy, because there's really no need to show it. If you want to see the video, it's out there. But what I'm saying right here, right now is like African American people. I think with us, we got our priorities mixed up. I think we got our priorities mixed up big time, because the things that I hear Black America focused on and talking about are not the things that I feel are putting us in the most jeopardy. Let's keep it a buck. I mean, there's some things where you can argue and things are debatable. Maybe the guy was a criminal. He tried to kick at the cops, try to bite the cops, whatever. I get all that. But in this situation, this was a 100% clear murder. I'm not going to say lynching. This was a murder, no matter how you spin it. And they killed this guy. And this is why I really wish we could bring back the death penalty in these states, because some things are like, you didn't do that because you felt this person was a threat. You did that because that person was just weaker than you at that moment. And a lot of people are predatory, right? You have a lot of people that are predatory. And some people, if they see someone weaker than them, I have an uncle like this. If he sees somebody weaker than him, he tries to like prey on them, right? We just had a little family meeting about this weirdo a couple days ago. But these guys literally are instructed when they're being trained in Africulture's concepts. Just brought up a point I was about to make. These guys are literally in their training. Basically, they're given every single type of training out there to prevent them from killing an inmate. So for them to kill him, to me, means that they just didn't give a damn, right? And they were just murderous bastards. Now, I don't think that, because these are just they look just like some regular fat, sloppy ass correctional officers. People like that care about their pension. They care about their paycheck on Friday. You know, they want to go back home to their trailer and they want to like eat food and shit like that and drink beer. These guys, you can tell they've done this before. And they've done this before, and it could have possibly led to a death, and there was no camera footage of it, so it just got written up as like, oh, this guy died from whatever, right? Or they beat someone up really bad and the person actually survived, right? See, this is what I'm alluding to. There's a culture within this system right here where these guys have been doing stuff like this and getting away with it. And Technology is doing its job, because for many, many decades prior to this, correctional officers didn't have to wear body cam footage, right? They were trusted to do the right thing. But when you see situations like the Robert Brooks situation, you understand why there was such a outcry for there to be some type of accountability or some type of watchful eye on these men as they went through the day-to-day processes of their job. This was a tragedy, right? Ron, I don't know how to say get it. I'm just gonna get it. They have oversight in jails, but a lot of times the oversight is in cahoots with the people, with the correctional officers and the administration within the jail system. See, a lot of these people develop what's called a us against them mentality. We're all on the same side, and it's us against the animals or the criminals, right? A lot of people might, I don't know if there's anybody who's trying to put up an explanation for what happened to Robert Brooks, but from what I watched, I don't see anything that can be explained away. I don't see anything. I watched it about 8 or 9 times. I watched. He was handcuffed. He was laying on a bed, and they were punching him and hitting him and choking him until he died. Like, even the moment when the guy died, you could clearly see he's dead. And they're trying to like mess around with him to see. You know what I compare it to? Not trying to minimize this guy's murder. Yeah, I'm not calling it a lynching. Let that word go. This was a straight up murder. I'm not calling it a lynching. This was a fucking murder. And that's what we're going to call it. Because like your godfather Tariq says, we got to control the language on stuff like this. Don't give me no bullshit, backwater Alabama. He was lynched. So people could, I don't want to go civil rights with this. There's no need to go civil rights. We need to take the straight up law and order route on this. And these guys need to spend the rest of their lives in prison. Anything less than the rest of their lives in prison is not enough. Anything less. And if it was up to me, they would get it. They would get the death penalty. That's what they deserve. Every last one of them. Even the ones who sat there and watched it and didn't speak up. Because somebody was like, oh, well, there was one person who started recording it. That son of a bitch didn't record anything. His camera was in standby mode. And when it's in standby mode, it continues to record. Nobody tried to expose this shit. Even the little white bastard in the hallway who was laughing and joking as they're in there killing the guy, he didn't even say anything. The nurse who was there on duty said nothing. Watched them beat the guy up, brutalize the guy. The guy, at a certain point, the guy was totally out of it. The guy was like unconscious. They're still hitting him. Exactly, Bakulu. No regard for human life. No regard for human life. And I'm not going to just speak up when I feel like the cops are, you know, being wrongfully accused of doing something when they're just doing their job. I'm going to speak up for what's happening in this situation as well. Because what happened here was totally preventable, and the number one way it could have been prevented was by not giving these guys a job or intervening when in prior instances where they were doing stuff like this. Because the way they were laughing and joking, you could tell that for them, this was not a first time thing. The way they were laughing and joking, you could tell that for them, this was not a first time thing. This was not their first rodeo. They've done this shit before. They've done this before. And when they go to court, they need to be held accountable. And I believe they will be held accountable, because there's no way you could look at that footage and try to squint your eyes and justify what they did. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. It's really bad. I watched it a bunch of times because I'm just trying to see, like, man, is he doing something? Is he trying to kick him or hurt him? And also, one of the things too, like, even if, say you were trying to fight with the cops, at a certain point when someone's abusing you to the point where you feel like you might die, isn't it in your nature to try to defend yourself? I mean, even an animal will try to fight back. Have you ever saw like an antelope get like killed, or the lion is killing them, and that thing starts, they'll start biting and trying to claw and trying to hit you with their horns, even though that's not their natural disposition, right? So I didn't see the bro trying to kick anybody or do anything like that. But what I did see was they just continued to beat this guy, right? They just continue to beat this guy, punch this guy, hit this guy, and just they killed him. They murdered him. I'm not even gonna keep saying they beat him and all that. They murdered him, and it's as clear as day that they murdered him. They're gonna argue in court whether they intended to do that and all that. But when you're hitting somebody and choking somebody with their hands behind their backs, I mean, once your hands are behind your back, what threat? How much of a threat are you really? That's my question. Yeah. Oh, they were talking while they were hitting him. They were talking and laughing and joking while they were hitting him. You could see it as clear as day on the camera. They 100% were talking, laughing, and joking while they were hitting this guy. It was so disgusting. I really hated to see that. You know? But honestly, like with me, I'm calling out everything. That was ridiculous. Yeah, like he wasn't even a human being, right? And he has somebody, he has a son, he has a junior. His son spoke out after following his death. And they had to release the footage. And I know they didn't want to release the footage because the footage is so damning. But even when if you can see the picture that I have right here, even when they were dragging Robert into the room where they were going to put him on the bed, he was already incapacitated. He wasn't moving and kicking and shuffling. He wasn't doing any of that. Because in jail, let me tell you how I know he wasn't really doing anything like that was that threatening. In jail, in Hustle Smart, I don't know if he's watching, but if you've ever been to jail, if you are acting wild and they can't control you, they do something called hog tying you. And he is not hog tied. He is handcuffed and he is being held up by his arms and his legs. But if you are a threat, like really hurting people, and the cops are really in fear for their lives, they will handcuff your ankles to your wrists. That is called hog tie. They will hog tie you until you calm down, until you agree to calm down so they can go about doing whatever they need to do. This guy was going into an infirmary to be checked for whatever injuries or whatever had happened to him. And they end up killing him on the bed inside of the damn infirmary. Talk about we was trying to get him to take his clothes off. How the hell is you trying to get somebody to take their clothes off and they handcuffed? Right? Texas stopped hog tying in the corrections department a long time ago. 100% Queen Candace. But also, they can just shackle your legs. They can shackle your feet to your wrists. You got a long chain going from your wrist to your feet. And at that point, you really can't do crap. They have all types of ways to lock you down and lock you up and handcuff you to where you are not a threat to the people around you. Yeah, bro was only 43 years old. He was like 4 years older than me. It's actually ridiculous what happened to the guy. And I feel like the media is trying to suppress this shit. I'm not going to lie to you. When you Google Robert Brooks, an NFL player comes up right now. And they're in control of like the SEO, search engine optimization and all that stuff. If you Google Robert Brooks, you will get all types of results. Even if you Google Robert Brooks death, they'll start pulling up some death of some guy, Rayshard Lewis. See? If you ask me, it really looks like they are trying to cover this shit up. Like, let's not put it out there publicly, right? They're not trying to they're not trying to let this get out publicly because they don't want to get a public uproar. Right? Now, yeah, this is worse. This is way worse than, to me, it's way worse than George Floyd. Robert Brooks, I don't know why he was in jail. See, even if you type in Robert Brooks, it's like some guy who died after a 2-year battle with cancer and stuff. To me, it just stinks to high heaven of a cover-up. Right? It stinks to high heaven of some type of cover-up. Why they would try to cover this up, I don't know. But the officers were among 14 staff named by the Department of Corrections related to Brooks' death. So none of the officers have been charged. This could be old. This could be old because I'm late. I'll admit I'm late as hell on this. But as of this, when this article was written, they're saying that none of these officers were charged. And this happened on I think this is saying that it happened on in September 12th of 2024. Right? But none of the cops have been charged. So the FBI's Albany field office and the Department of Justice are reviewing the facts and circumstances surrounding the death of Robert L. Brooks to determine the appropriate federal response, the FBI said in a statement to CNN. None of the officers or their representatives have commented since the video came to light. The Correctional Officers Union, which typically speaks on behalf of prison employees, issued a statement that described the footage as incomprehensible, to say the least, and certainly not reflective of the great work that the vast majority of the members conduct every day. So it seems to me like they're ready to throw these dudes under the bus. There's 2 officers, Sergeant Glenn Trombley and Officer Anthony Farina, who were named in a complaint filed in federal court in 2022 based on a 2020 incident which occurred at the same prison where Brooks died. So 2 of these guys already had caught a body or have beat someone up to the point where a complaint had to get filed. The complaint alleges as another correctional officer beat a handcuffed inmate at the correctional facility, Trombley and Farina looked on and failed to intervene in any manner to prevent or stop the beating, leaving the plaintiff with a permanent facial deformity. The case remains pending. The plaintiff's attorney told CNN it was office policy not to comment on pending cases. Farina resigned from his role at the Marcy Correctional Facility after Brooks' death. The Department of Corrections and community supervisor told CNN. A different officer, Nicholas Anzalone, who was named by the department, is also named in a separate federal complaint in 2022, stating he joined an assault on an inmate by another correctional officer at the same facility. The complaint alleges the officer was involved in a cover-up, fabricating disciplinary charges against the inmate who was left with substantial physical and mental injuries. The case is still ongoing. See, this is what I'm saying. This was 100% preventable. This was 100% preventable. Because why do you guys have these guys still working on active duty when they are literally on trial? I think one of them is on trial, and the other ones are suspects, or they're people who are named in the abuse of other inmates. I'm sorry, but I would hit them in their pocket. Hey, if you're under investigation for abusing inmates, you're not going to work until we get to the bottom of this. What happened to the right to a speedy trial? Why are these guys still working? Why are these guys still working while currently being under investigation for other crimes that they committed on inmates? Because we know they know they were doing it now, because now they're caught on video physically doing it to somebody and straight up unaliving a dude. extinguishing a dude's life right in front of our eyes and laughing while doing it. They were laughing while doing it like it was some type of sick joke. So I don't understand why these guys are still on duty. I'm telling you, hey, this guy's gonna get a big payday. His family, at least. But I say this has to be more than just about pay. It has to be about more than just paydays. It has to be about more than just, hey, look, the family's going to get a couple $1 million for this guy's death. This has to be about accountability. Whose head is going to roll from up on high? I'm hearing right now there are people who are calling for the New York governor, Kathy Hochul, to resign. I mean, it's so crazy to me. It's so crazy to me, right? That when Donald Trump commits a crime, they're all over it. I mean, this guy's getting there. They are expediting the process. But you're telling me that these correctional officers who permanently disfigured someone and then permanently injured someone physically in 2022 are still under investigation for 2 going on 3 damn years? Huh? Get it, is Sam, but y'all not acting violently. Here's the thing. Be active violently. The Jewish people don't got to go act violently. They just raise hell until somebody's held accountable. These Palestinian protesters all over the United States protesting for Palestine, overwhelmingly, they're peaceful. That's not stopping them from getting everybody on board with them. Right? I hear you, get it. We can't have it both ways. We can't have it both ways. Oh, man, Bakulu, you know Benjamin Crump is rubbing his hands together like the Birdman. You know he's rubbing his hands together like the Birdman. Seriously. It's absolutely ridiculous what happened to this guy. This shit is uncalled for. 100%. And these guys, I really do wish that they still have the death penalty in New York, because these guys deserve it. They deserve it 100%. Everybody in that situation, like, man, even the damn nurse, they all were party to murder. That was murder. Real talk. That was straight up murder. And there's no two ways about it. Bro got murdered, and I'm not calling it lynching. Somebody said, we're not going to dress it up. You goddamn right. We're not going to dress it up. And we're not going to hyper-racialize it. See, because what I'm realizing more and more as I get older, when you try to minimize it down to race, you kind of take some of the steam off of it. Because then you got a bunch of people, oh, here go the blacks again. They trying to defend some criminal. And most people won't even look into it. But if you say, man, 43-year-old man Robert Brooks was brutally killed, brutally murdered by New York State correctional officers. To me, that hits even harder. Damn about him being black. He was brutally murdered by correctional officers. You'll say, oh, they killed the black. No, they lynched the black man. No. We ain't in 1961. We ain't in 1955. It's 2024. You brutally murdered him. Just the same way they'll do if one of us killed or brutally murdered a white person or Asian or a Latino. They ain't going to say, oh, he lynched that Asian. No, they're not going to say that. They're going to say this person brutally murdered this person of Asian descent or, whatever descent. That's what they're going to say. And so, you know what? Because that's what they're going to say, that's what I'm going to say. I'm going to use their language on them. Right? I'm going to use their language on them. I mean, I'm being real. I'm being real. The language to me, the language means a lot in situations like this. And when they get on stage, I mean, when they get on the stand or they get in court, I don't want to hear lynched. I want to hear brutally murdered. Ryan, get it. Stop spamming the comments. But this is what I'm saying. I want to hear them. No, you guys brutally murdered this person who was under your care as correctional officers. Ain't nobody pissing you off that bad. Ain't nobody make you that mad. Y'all do. To me, it seems like they do this stuff on a regular basis. It looked like this is par for the course. And according to these court cases against them, I believe that, you know, if it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, and smells like a duck, and looks like a duck, probably is a duck. It definitely is a duck, right? We're not like this is absolutely ridiculous. I don't like that. I don't like what happened with that. It's not okay. There's nothing about that. Right. Ant reports some New Jersey Drive shit. If you ain't never seen that movie, that cop was out of control. And everybody was praising him because he's getting the local black punks. But at least in that situation, those little bastards were doing shit. And the cop was after him and they knew what he was capable of. Basically, in that movie, he was only going to do something to you if you was stealing cars. So honestly, to get away from him, all you had to do was stop stealing cars. So it is like some New Jersey Drive shit, but they had a way out. This guy was already handcuffed. I got a friend, man. He was in jail for 11 years, and the police abused him real bad, the correctional officers. And he has a policy now. He said, I'd rather die than let the police handcuff me. That's what he really says that. My bro be like, he'd be like, man, I would rather die. I would rather die than to let the police put handcuffs on me. He said because he's been in situations where the police in jail handcuffed him and damn near killed him. Handcuffed him in his cell and starved him for 11 days. No food, no water. To the point where he was like, Conrad, I was like dead. He was like, I felt the life leaving my body. So now he has this rule. He like, I'll never let these motherfuckers get handcuffs on me again. Now that's called standing on something. That's called standing on some shit right there. But are we really ready for that conversation? Or do we want to just keep doing the same vaudeville show? They kill one of us, we go march, we complain, we holler, Ben Crump fly in, get the family a $3 million check, and then it just evaporates into the ether. Is that, or are we doing that one? Because the bro said he ready to die before he let the police put a pair of handcuffs on him. But he also doesn't commit crimes. So if he does die, it's a righteous death. Like, hey, bro, shit. Said no handcuffs. He said no handcuffs, period. He said cops interact with me. This and that. He's straight up, no handcuffs. We ain't doing no handcuffs. Well, let me just handcuff you and send you. Nope. And apparently he's been living for a while, so clearly they understand where he's coming from. You know, more prison reform, more investigations, more settlements, more resignations, and nothing ever changes. Right, because you ain't instituted the death penalty for people who abuse and murder inmates. That's why. You're not going to have any change unless you institute serious consequences. There's no reason to be beating on inmates. Look, there's something called a mandatory minimum. There's something called a mandatory minimum. You abuse prison inmates under your care, like they killed him. But let's say Robert Brooks survived. But we got this video footage of y'all beating him up, beating him and laughing about it. Okay, mandatory 20 years. Zero tolerance. We're going to take you to court. We're going to look at the footage. We're going to find your ass guilty, and your ass is going to prison 20 years. And you must serve 85% of your time. As a matter of fact, let's make it a federal offense. So you got to do fed time 100% of your time. I bet you abuse of the inmates by the guards dries up instantly. I bet you 20-year minimum mandatory sentence for anyone caught physically abusing inmates in a prison. Bet you it clears it right up. I'm not talking about the inmates swinging at you and trying to bite you and shit. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about right now what we just witnessed, this brutal murder where this guy was handcuffed and they were still punching and hitting him. They were still punching him and hitting him. But Kulubaka, you're right. The system that we're dealing with now is very corrupt. But it ain't even the system, it's the people within the system. Because these people are not vetted. Are they doing yearly psychological evaluations on these guards so they can measure the impact that day in, day out being in prison basically is having on them? Because the thing about being a prison guard is these guys are locked up, but you're locked in there with them. You're locked in there with them. You're just as much imprisoned as they are. So what do? You got to have some serious consequences. You got to make them live by the same standards that they want the prison inmates to live by. And now they talking about, oh, they're not responding, they're not talking to anyone. They should already be on trial by now. They should already be on trial by now. How much investigation do you need? We can see what the hell happened. And depending on where it is, I don't even think they should get a trial where they're from. I think they should move the trial somewhere else. Because they might get off easy because, you know, the folks that look like them. According to the Constitution, prisoners are slaves and have no rights. Right, but they still have human rights. They have the prisoners in the Constitution, they have no rights as far as like the rights of a citizen. Right? They lose those privileges. They got human rights. What they don't have are privileges. Like the right to vote, things like that. But at the same time, there's other rules that have been put in place in this country since the Constitution was written. They can't even beat up a damn illegal immigrant because of international law. So I'm not hiding behind, oh, well, the Constitution says this. They won't get off. They won't get off easy because if they let them off, the federal government could pick up on this for human rights abuses. But we got to stay vigilant. We can't just forget about it once we hear Benjamin Crump is on the case. All right, Benjamin Crump got it. We good. Nigga, we good. No, can't be like that. You cannot be like that. We can't have that short attention span that we like, you know, that God gave us. We gotta be on, you gotta stay vigilant. But the job to stay vigilant and let people know what's going on is the parents, the family, right? What's the deal with that? but it's a sad situation. Um, honestly, I hope they get everything that they deserve, but I really also feel like, I also feel like it has to be about more than just money. This stuff has to be about more than just money. Like, if you want to be totally real, because as long as we make this about money and it's all about money, nothing's ever going to change. Nothing is ever going to change. As long as you could kill a black person, right? And then just give their family a couple $1,000,000, nothing's ever going to change. Kill a person, period, not just a black person. Right? It's anybody. Anybody. Nothing is ever going to change. But one more and I don't really want to minimize this. I don't want to cheapen this topic. It's such a serious situation with this, and I'm going to be keeping you up to date as to what's going on with this. What crime was the late Brooks accused of? Did Robert Brooks do worse than Dylan Roof? Peyton, exactly. Roland Curtis off Vermont. I'm with you. I'm with you, Roland. On this one, I'm with you. What crime did Robert Brooks commit? Because there's people who commit even more heinous crimes than Robert Brooks, and they're still alive. I think Dylan Roof is still alive. Right? Right. The Guatemalan illegal immigrant who burned the lady alive on the train. No one's beating up on these people. No one's beating up on these people, but this guy, for whatever he did, his punishment deserves to be death. They were judge, jury, right? Judge, jury, and executioner. This is not on the subway, Alexis. Okay. Robert Brooks attacked his girlfriend with a knife and got 12 years. Okay. The judge and the jury saw fit to give him 12 years. Why is he dead? Why did they beat this dude to death on a gurney, on a hospital bed? What he did was wrong. Now, you attack your baby moms with a knife and stabs her 12 times. I honestly feel like you should get the death penalty for that. That's attempted murder, man. And it was premeditated too if you're using a knife. But they saw fit to give him 12 years in prison. And now he's dead. And I understand what he did is wrong. I'm not going to apologize for any criminal. But this is what we got. We got soft on crime, New York City. We got soft on crime, New York City. Do I think 12 years is enough for a guy who stabs his freaking baby mama 12 times? Hell no. Should have, if you let him live, he should have got at least 30. At least. Let him sit in there for a long while till he's an old man. See? But still, if you sentence him and you sentence him to live for 12 years inside of a correctional facility, he should not be dead at this point. Right. Queen Candace, right. He did the crime, he was doing the time. And then he got killed by a bunch of jerks who looked like they were just having, like, they honestly look like they were just bored. I'm not going to lie to you. They honestly look like they were just bored. And that's absolutely freaking pathetic. You kill a man because you feel bored. Yeah, this is big right now. This video was horrible. And if you could just see them, they're slamming this guy on the table, punch him, and there's nothing he could do. He literally just looks like a rag doll the way they're dragging him around, and then they're just like hitting him and stuff. I'm watching the video right now, but it's really bad. It's really bad. Another thing I want to talk about, we can move to something on a lighter note. Yeah, I'm not gonna say they didn't view him as human. You say that stuff, you open up a bigger bag. No, he was just weaker than them. Humans do other humans the worst. If they viewed him as a dog, he would have got treated better. Let's be real. We know you get harsher time for abusing an animal than a person. So to say they clearly didn't see him as human, that doesn't carry the same weight as it used to. He was just in a position of weakness. And they probably already was looking at him like with disgust, not only because what he did, but because, I mean, look at him. He just looks weak and feeble. And people are like that. It's like little kids when they get a hold of a cat. They squeezing the fucking neck and all types of shit. If the cat don't scratch one of them, it ain't gonna be able to get away. It's gonna die. Have you guys ever seen a bunch of little kids playing with a kitten? Like a bunch of them, and they kill it? But those kids are innocent because they don't really know what they're doing. But some of them know. Some of them know, and they're being malicious. Queen Candace said those jokers have low self-esteem, and what made them feel like somebody was to go to work and F with those inmates. I knew of officers like that. Right. Some of them do that. Some of them, in California, you fucking with the inmates like that, they're gonna get at you. They're gonna tell you like, yeah, you keep fucking around with people, you ain't gonna leave this motherfucker one day when you come to work. Somebody said the cops committed what is called jungle justice for his previous crimes. Unfortunately, they're gonna go to jail themselves now. Right? Just like in the case of Daniel Penny, he got off, all justice was served. Well, this guy was justice was served, and you got to let him spend his time. You got to let him sit down and do his time. That's your job. Come Out Fighting said, I work around them folks. They are a bunch of cowards. They did not see him as human. I'm not going to say, like I said before, I'm not going to say they didn't see him as human. What I'm going to say is they saw somebody who was weaker than them. They saw somebody who was weaker than them, and he was at a disadvantage with his hands behind his back, and they brutalized him and brutally murdered him. When they tied him like an animal, they weakened him to make themselves look strong. But it's terrible. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's absolutely pathetic, and there's really no excuse for it. There's really not much else to be said about it. I mean, I hope they get what they deserve. Man, we got to bring back the death penalty for stuff like this. I'm gonna be 100% honest. We got to bring back the death penalty for shit like this. Because just imagine, right? Just imagine if that was you. Absolutely terrible. Absolutely horrible. Somebody was in their possession, basically. Right, 100%. And instead of talking about this, everybody's out here talking about Elon Musk and Vivek said this and that about H-1B visas. It's like, dude, there's more important shit going on than what a couple of advisors to the president said. But nobody wants to have that conversation. So hopefully Robert Brooks gets justice. Some people I see trying to make this about like Donald Trump. I'm like, dude, the governor of New York is a Democrat. She controls what happens in New York. You know, it's on her. It's on her. But it's just ridiculous. There's so many places where you could point the finger, but at the end of the day, the people who murdered that dude are who are responsible, and we gotta fix our situation so that we can make sure that stuff like this doesn't happen again. Well, it's gonna happen, but it doesn't happen. It happens like less frequently. Seriously. But beyond that, I really don't have any other news. I mean, I didn't really see anything else. I just what else is what? What the hell? I don't yeah. Only thing I see right now that's crazy to me is Joe Budden. Y'all heard about this? Y'all heard about this Joe Budden situation? I mean, y'all want to do that? What the hell's going on with Joe Budden? Y'all know, y'all up on everything. Tell me what's going on with Joey B. Joe Budden is losing his goddamn mind, apparently. Y'all heard about? Have y'all heard about that? Have y'all heard about Joey B? This guy basically tried breaking somebody's house butt ass naked. Joe Budden has always been a weirdo to me, man. Joe Budden has always been a weirdo to me. Oh, shoot. How do you spell Joe Budden? Hold on, let me see. Oh, I got it. So apparently this guy was in the hallway of like his apartment building. To so this guy apparently tries to break in somebody's house while he was naked. I don't know why he was trying to break into this person's house, but all I could do really is I'll give you this. Let's do this. I'll give you guys like a little Joe Budden side thing. But basically, if I got this right, damn, he was really arrested. On December 4th, 2024, at approximately 7:21 a.m., the Edgewater police were dispatched to an apartment complex for the report from a resident that a man was standing outside of their apartment door completely naked. The caller recognized the man as a neighbor, Joseph Budden Jr., a 44-year-old male. The caller was alerted to Budden by their doorbell camera. The video depicted Budden attempting to enter a code into the door keypad several times before re-entering his own residence across the hall. As a result of police investigation, Budden was charged with lewdness, disorderly persons offense, on a complaint summons. Chief Martin states that these charges are merely accusations and that the defendant is presumed innocent until and unless proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. So what they're saying is Joe allegedly thought he was entering his own apartment, but was actually his neighbor's. Oh, wow. Okay, I get it. I see what's going on here. I see what happened. Okay, this is not a big thing. This is not a huge thing. If you've ever been in these big ass complexes, right? These huge complexes, they have a lot of them in California, mostly like in the inland, like the Inland Empire, Orange County. They have these big ass complexes that have like 400 units, 500 units, ridiculous amounts of apartments in the units. You cannot tell one apartment from the other one. Literally. Some of these apartments have rules about like hanging stuff on your door and all that stuff. Everyone has a damn Ring doorbell camera. I guess so they can see the fucking Amazon guy drop off their packages, or usually the Amazon guy will leave the packages in the lobby, but sometimes they bring the stuff to their door. They could get so they can see their DoorDash guy walk up. And if you're not careful, you will get turned around. Now, remember when the one guy got killed in Texas by the white girl who was a cop, and she walked in his apartment and shot him dead, and then she used the bullshit excuse that she thought she was walking into her own apartment? That's what they let her. I don't think they let her off. I think she got a minor conviction, but basically that was the defense that she used in court, and I think she ended up getting sentenced to like maybe a year in jail. This shit happens all the time, where people are like at other people's doors, trying to get in their house, thinking it's their own house. And it says he tried to punch in the code to get in the house, like, oh shit, this shit ain't working. This ain't working. Then he realized, I guess he's at the wrong house, and then he went into his own residence. Because here you would have to ask, what's the motive? Was he trying to break in your shit? And then on top of that, the guy called on Joe Budden, but it's like, does he have a reason to come in your house and do something to you? He probably makes more money than you, probably. He's not trying to rob you. He's a public figure. I don't think that it was necessary for the cops to get called. I don't think this is something where the police had to take Joe Budden to jail. This is more like, hey, just coming out to make sure everything is good. What's going on? Joe Budden tell him, hey man, I thought I was at my apartment. You see all this shit look the same. And that's at the end of the day, that's it. Right? Joe Budden could have been drunk, could have been high, could have been on coke. These rappers and shit, they got habits, and probably was just or probably could have been blown off some good weed. He could have just been going off some good weed. And you know what happens. You ain't paying attention. But honestly, Africulture said, I'm sure he was both. Yeah, this is bullshit. Yeah, this is absolute horseshit. And the neighbor's a bitch for calling the cops about it. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. The neighbor's a bitch for doing that. And the neighbor probably spoke to him through the Ring camera and was like, hey, you're at the wrong house. And he was like, oh, okay. And then she went back the other way. It's more embarrassing than criminal. I mean, listen, the type of car that I have is very common in California. I was just at the grocery store the other day, walked outside, walked up to a whole different person's car, looked like mine. It was close to the same color. My car is black. Their car was dark blue, like navy blue. I walked to their car. I'm standing in front of their car. I'm standing at the driver's side, digging for my key. And the white lady walked up like, oh, yeah, this is my car. I said, oh, shit. She was like, yeah, I see you got the same car. I said, oh, damn, my bad. I turned around and go to my car. She didn't even make a big deal about it. This is my car. And it was at nighttime. The neighbor's just being a dick about it, basically. And the cop is being a bitch about it as well to take him to jail. This is more like, oh, a celebrity. I'm going to arrest him just because I can. They want to arrest these damn bums that's actually doing crime, but they're going to arrest a celebrity guy just for the sake of embarrassing them. That's to me, that's total horse shit. I don't like that. Hey, shout out to the people who are contributing to the stream. First and foremost, let me thank my bro Hakeem. for the $15 holler in the Cash App. I appreciate you, Brody. Thank you for being a consistent supporter of the content. Next, shout out to my boy AD. I appreciate you, bro. AD, you had gave your name before, but I forgot who you were in there. But shout out to my boy. Shout out to my boy AD. AD, thank you for the $20 holler in the Cash App. And shout out to the big boss in the building, Red Pill Zulu, for the $40 holler in the Cash App. You guys, it's New Year's. What are you guys up to for New Year's, man? What are you guys up to for New Year's? Well, what's the deal, yo? Y'all going out? Y'all staying in? Oh, Viewpoint. Damn, Viewpoint, where you been, bro? I got you, Viewpoint. Shout out to you for the $20 holler. I appreciate that, my brother. Yeah, y'all, if y'all even know, just tell me what y'all name is on YouTube, and then I know exactly who you are. Listen, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm working tonight. I'm working tonight. I'm gonna be 100% real with y'all. My boss hit me up, made me an offer I could not refuse. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna bust down an overnight at the job. I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna sleep, wake up, come home. That's I mean, that's what my job consists of. You work overnight, you go sleep, wake up. I might edit a few videos. Hey, are you guys liking the short form? You guys liking the shorts? How do you guys feel about the way I'm doing the content right now? It seems like it's bringing a lot more traction to the channel, and I like it. I mean, it's getting some pretty decent views. But yeah, I'm gonna go to work, sleep, and wake up and be refreshed in the morning, and be in a new year if I don't die in the night. Queen Candace says she's slipping on. Oh, that hen to make you sin. Don't be playing. Queen Candace says she gonna be sipping on that Henny hen. That's cool. Y'all be safe though. For a lot of y'all, it's about to be New Year's in like 30 minutes, right? I'm shocked. I got the people I got right now. I'm like, yo, this is why I know who my real. Hey, this is how I know who the real kinfolk are. Y'all like, look, he in this thing on New Year's Eve. He's in this thing, and y'all here with me. Oh damn, I'm tripping. Nah, I'm super tripping. It's only 10:30. Oh shoot, yeah. Okay, they're 3 hours ahead. Who's 4 hours ahead? Okay, it's an hour and a half until showtime. Mattress tester. Ha! What are you, a mattress tester? That's exactly what I am, as I am. That's exactly what I am. I work at Sealy Posturepedic. Working over at Sealy Posturepedic, man. That's what I do for a living. The only difference is my job. It's a little bit of a drive from the house. Little bit, probably like 30 minutes. So I just got to drive over there. And then it's all good, man. I got my blanket and everything. My blanket folded and shit. Look, I'm sleeping on this thing's so damn soft. You know me? Am I the only one who's like that? I smell everything before I put my face near it. Like I'm like an animal. I gotta smell the shit. Uber Eats, y'all niggas tripping. 2.5 hours. Ain't no damn 2.5 hours. Where are you, Queen Candace? 10:30. It's an hour. That's an hour and a half. Yeah. 30 minutes will be 11. Oh, so you over here. Where are you? Oh, you like in Colorado or something? You like Midwest? Uber Eats. Hell no. Oh, Goddess Navi, you sick, my sister? I'm sorry. Should have told me. I'd have brought you some soup. Some soup. She's in Cali. I know where she's at. No celebration here. Stop playing, Brando. You do not work there. I do work there. Work where? I work at Sealy Posturepedic Warehouse. That's what I do. They got a new mattress coming out. They like, bro, you got to lay down. I got a badge and everything, but I leave it in my car. I do. Sealy Posturepedic Warehouse, dude. Mattress tester. Just lay it down. You know what I'm saying? Nah, hey, speaking of mattresses, bro, I need a new mattress. I'm gonna be real with y'all. We bought a new bed, and I bought a new bed, and I still have the same mattress that, like, you know, the cheap ass $100 mattress that you buy from the furniture store just to have for like the first night. I still have that mattress, and I be waking up and my fucking back be hurting. I be like, why is my back hurting? And it's this raggedy ass mattress. Like, I be sleeping on the floor, low key. I'm like, dude, I'm just gonna get on the floor. This hard ass show floor mattress. So I made up my mind. I'ma go to church on Sunday and sing a song that might hurt somebody's feelings. So that I don't know the words. I messed up. But yeah, I got the damn show floor mattress still on the bed. I be sleeping on the floor sometimes. That's it. That's really it. So I've made up my mind that I'm going to go and beginning of the year, tomorrow is the beginning of the year. I'm gonna go to one of these white people stores. No, I'm gonna go to my job at Sealy Posturepedic, use my company discount, and I'm gonna buy me an Eastern King mattress. Have you guys ever heard of an Eastern King mattress? That is what I'm gonna buy. Queen, right? Right. $100 but paid $1,000. Right. Shoot, I'm gonna pay $1,000 for the damn chiropractor I'm gonna need for my back being messed up, sleeping on this damn show floor mattress, man. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The shit say bamboo on it. Right, and report it's like a king, but Eastern. It's slightly bigger than a king size mattress. It's not slightly, it's significantly, not significantly, but it's bigger than a king size mattress. You can roll over on that bitch about 4 to 5 times before you fall off. So my bed is big enough. My bed frame is big enough to fit it. And I had to buy another bed, bro. Like, my bed I had before this one, it was not very sturdy. I don't know where the hell that bed frame came from. Maybe like but not like IKEA. I'm not that stupid, but somewhere where it wasn't that sturdy. And when I be getting jiggy, the walls be shaking and the bed frame be a quaking. And yeah, that thing just wasn't holding up. It like that bitch had broke like 100 times. Like, I had to put some bricks up under that whole prison style. Like, for real. So I was like, you know what? You can't be living like this. Tariq Nasheed is sending spies to hunt me down. Don't let one of them break in the house and see the bed on like 8 bricks. It's over. I was prison style. Memory foam topper. What the hell? See, Hakeem, stop, Hakeem. Memory foam topper. But yeah. So I got a bed that's made out of solid. I think this is oak or something. This joint is sturdy. It don't got those little flimsy legs like the little slim skinny. Now I got big ass nubs like this on the bottom. Just getting that bitch in here was heavy as hell. That joint was heavy. I said, oh yes, Lord. My back ain't gonna be the only one that I hurt after I'm done. Right? Yeah, that's some skinny nigga shit for real. You just gotta invest. Not the kidneys. No, for real. Hey, that's what you think at first. Your back be hurt. You be like, oh my God, my kidneys is going out. I'm a hypochondriac. I went to the doctor. He's like, your kidneys are fine. He's like, for one, it's too low. Like your kidneys in the middle of your back. But man, listen, this mattress don't slide no more. I put duct. Well, this mattress, it don't see. That's what I'm saying. Because the bed I got now, the way it is, it got like this little lip around it. So see, I'm smart. It has like a little lip around it where like when you sit the bed on it, the little lip comes up just underneath the top mattress. So when you move, when the mattress move, it can't like go outside of that little thing, right? It was quite a 2024, but we're getting old now, so we talk about shit like buying new mattresses. Like, when we were young, oh man, I was at the club last night, man. I met this fine asshole, this thing. Now it's like, man, I went to Costco the other day and they had the most amazing sale on socks. And then I went around the corner and they had an amazing sale on hand towels and face towels and body towels. And I just went crazy. They were giving away 7 hand towels for $11.99 and 5 body towels for $11.99 and 30 face towels for $11.99. Best goddamn $35 I ever spent. These are literally the conversations now, right? This is what's going on now. I've shrunk. I haven't shrunk. Well, somebody challenged me to walk a mile every day and they give me $300. So I took that on. So I've been doing my mile every day, walking it, so I got a little bit slimmer. I'm not like, I'm still fat as hell. But I got this thing, this Lumen thing. You guys heard about this Lumen? This is not a paid ad either. That Lumen thing where you blow into it and then it tells you if you're burning like fat or carbs or whatever. I love that. I absolutely love that. It beats the way I used to test my because I used to use like the keto strips that you pee on. I don't like those. They don't really work that great. Then I was like doing it, like I was just testing like my blood sugar. If your blood sugar is low, like 80, 81, your body's burning fat. You ain't got no more carbs in your body. So your body is now attacking fat cells for fuel. That stuff is just, it's clunky. So this Lumen thing is awesome. You blow into it and it tells you if you're burning fat or you're burning carbs. So it's actually charging right now. And when I'm done here, I'm gonna probably go through the process. I'm gonna set it up while I chill a little bit before I end up going to the work job. But beyond that, man, real boring life. And being bored is a good thing. Being bored is a great thing, man. You guys have no idea how good it feels to be bored right now. But yeah, I wish all of you guys a happy new year. Like seriously, like it's gonna be a good year coming up. There's nothing wrong with this year coming up. It's gonna be a beautiful year. They're doing the fear mongering, trying to get us all stirred up in a tizzy. Don't let it happen. I wouldn't. And don't and look, it's kind of too late to not be on the new year, new me shit. But whatever you're trying to do, just get up in the morning and do it. All right. Get up in the morning and do it. There's a video that got posted by the Viral Way. We were all on this video. I don't know. Let me see. I might start reviewing some of the videos from over there because them dudes be interrupting me too much when I be trying to talk on that podcast. And sometimes I don't feel like my points are being made, like because they're interrupting me because you know how it goes. But I might start just reviewing the videos here. Shit, why not? Get it more traction anyway. Oh yeah, so the other day we talked about Beyonce and her halftime show. Wait until you get over 40. Combos are gonna get really slim though and light. Really? Facts. The impulse control is missing for sure. Charlie Gabon, you survived some great debates. Ha! Facts. Man, it don't even matter. Yeah, that's like, yeah, we definitely survived some great debates. But let me see. I'm gonna see if I can pull it up real quick. Y'all tell me what y'all think. And y'all could go over there and watch the content too. I mean, some of y'all be over there already, but feel free to go over there. I'm on there regularly now.
Because I know
if y'all want to hear me talk about some more current events and shit and stuff, go over there. And you'll hear me, like we talked about the Beyonce halftime show. And I had some pretty strong opinions on that. I really was on some like, I don't like Beyonce. I don't. Not that I have anything against her, but to me, she's just like a mediocre artist. Like maybe she used to have some love when she was doing it before, but now it just seems like a production. It's not like she ain't Mike. You know what I'm saying? She ain't Michael Jackson or nothing like that. She's a creation of commercialism. So,
because I know the females gonna love this one. Queen Bee, Beyonce, just performed at an NFL halftime game. And this is bigger than most people.
Ezra,
to me, this was a chess move for a number of reasons. One, Jay-Z's back in the media because the judge who was overseeing his case basically threw out his lawyer's request of ending the case, and they said they're going to proceed with it, and the alleged victim can stay anonymous.
She getting ready for the divorce or what?
I don't know. That's been a rumor too. But on top of that,
he need her to fight any case.
On top of that, the Country Music Awards, they shitted on Shabuzi.
She had brought him out.
They shitted on Beyonce. She brought Shabuzi out at the halftime show. So to me, this was a big fuck you to the CMAs, the Country Music Award. Like, okay, cool. We can't perform there. We're going to perform quadruple the crowd on national TV. Fuck y'all. What y'all think about this?
I agree with that point, and I also look at it.
I gotta stop this real quick. The fuck you mean, Alexis? Beyonce is the evolution of Janet Jackson. Beyonce can't even dance. You insulting my girl, bro. You are insulting my girl, Janet Jackson, and I don't freaking appreciate it. Now, Janet might not be the best singer, but she's a hell of a performer. And I would pay money to see Janet Jackson, young Janet Jackson, doing her Rhythm Nation dance and all that. Don't even do that. Don't even do that. That's like comparing Bruno Mars to Chris Brown when it comes to dancing. No. I ain't no fucking hater. You just said blasphemy right now. You just thank you. You just spoke pure blasphemy right now. And I don't appreciate it at all. This girl just spoke pure blasphemy. I had to stop the dance. Beyonce cannot dance. Beyonce is stealing dances from old white women. Beyonce is stealing dance moves from old white women from the 50s. She can't dance. And then people are like, she's shaking her ass. What ass? Beyonce does not have ass. Old camelback ass. Not the hump, the back. You know, the back is flat on a camel. Hella overrated. And she getting turned on by her light-skinned male counterpart, Ant Report. Ant Report is the male version of Beyonce. Don't let nobody, don't tell nobody. He's okay for right now. He ain't acting. We ain't mentioned his daddy Tariq, so he acting okay.
Shout out to Beyonce for that because she showed us what unity supposed to look like. You know what I'm saying? So by Beyonce bringing him out, knowing he's been blackballed, knowing she's been blackballed, it's like, fuck it, we're gonna still stun on y'all. You know what I'm saying? And that's good for our people. I think that's a good look. So shout out to them for that.
The messaging behind it, I do like, but I just feel like I've been seeing the same performance from her for the last like 6 years. That's just me personally.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They love it.
Beyonce is just a mediocre artist that just is empowered by a bunch of fat, ugly, big back women who try to live vicariously through her. Let's be real. Niggas can't even name 10 Beyonce songs.
Hey, he does not speak.
I'm not
gonna go to Pan-Africanism Strikes Back at you.
But also on some real shit, I'm not gonna totally disagree with you. Like
So, yeah,
Sometimes she do be overrated to me,
She
and
be lazy.
they can kill me for that. Beyonce is far from lazy.
How old is
No,
Beyonce though?
Beyonce is far from lazy, but I'm
For
just
sure.
saying, like when I think about the Aretha Franklins, the Sades, and all them type of singers, it's like that shit is no comparison. You know what I'm saying? Even Whitney Houston, them type of people, like you don't get those vocals no more. I don't even see people even coming close to that type of shit.
Yeah,
I
there's
compare,
some-
I
there's some
compare it to
people-
like
But
There's some people-
Beyonce do her Dougie.
There's some people out here, but what I'm saying about
Nobody,
when I
name
say
one.
Jasmine Sullivan, she's right there, bro. She's
She's not
killing
with
it.
Aretha.
You got
You
Tim.
smoking
You got,
rocks,
there's
nigga.
some chicks who
Hold
can't-
on. What did you think about the performance? Let's.
I'm saying it.
I said it was
Go
good.
ahead.
Well, we did cover that, but I'm with Collie. I'm telling you, Beyonce's creativity is lazy, man. Like it's the same shit, just repackaged.
Do she create
Even
it
the
or do
song-
somebody else create it?
That's
Choreographer.
That's the issue.
So that's what I
like
was
if you
gonna say.
like Chris Breezy, like he's bringing you fresh stuff. His songs sound fresh and new. He's getting with like the newest people working. Beyonce said her songs sound like she's been working with the same people for
But
the
Chris
last
Brown,
6,
Chris
7, 8
Chris
years.
Brown,
Like,
Chris.
my mic sound like it's not on. Last week it was good and it was on. We gotta get the mic check every show because my mic sounds like it's not on. Good thing I'm loud as hell. But yeah, Beyonce is lazy as fuck. Just trying to recycle the same garbage. I don't feel anything when I listen to Beyonce. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. When I listen to Beyonce, if I was a woman, my uterus would die. That's how horrible her music is. Like, there's no soul to it. She just, look, I heard on good, from a solid source. There's times they make music for Beyonce and she don't even go to the studio. They just like patching shit together. Like, you know how they do like the Tupac stuff? They do that with Beyonce. How is Chris Brown super underrated? How the hell is how are you saying Chris Brown is underrated? That doesn't even make sense to me. Chris Brown, I just turned the gain up on my mic. Me hearing me sounding so hollow on that show made me want to sound warmer here, which is crazy. It bothered me that much. But coming out of a horse, that demonic ass shit. But why did the dancers have blonde wig? It makes no sense. It's just a production. Like, let me just do a bunch of crazy shit and then maybe something gonna stick with one of the group. This girl, man, I'm telling you, the girl is done. I was telling them, and y'all gonna hear what I'm telling them. I don't need to keep coming. I'm gonna play it. Make a song with DeVito.
Chris Brown is like cuz like in a whole different
He
universe.
working hard.
What I mean is Chris Brown can come off something off the top of his own dome, like literally right there. He could be, you can give him something, he can mix it up and do his own shit. Like that nigga's that creative.
But listen, she also brought out
Other country.
the Compton
boys.
Compton Cowboys.
Mhm.
So it was a lot of messaging behind this performance. That's why I'm giving her flowers for this. Even just bringing Shabuzi out, that was a direct fuck you to the CMAs.
It's a gimmick because she has to do it, and it ain't got really.
She don't got to do it. She
has
been
nothing- let me
good.
tell
What you mean she got to do it? She didn't
That's
have to bring him
Beyonce,
out.
nigga.
Man,
She
can
don't
I
gotta
not
do
go an
shit.
opinion on this? Ted?
Go ahead.
I'm gonna start wearing a watch. But anyway, no, she had to do it because you guys are forgetting. This girl got on stage at a freaking rally and told all these people to vote for Kamala Harris, and she got destroyed in the election. Beyonce is coming and trying to go back to her black base and say, we still cool, right? Let me do all these gimmicks and all this symbolism so y'all think I'm with y'all, even though I told y'all basically to vote for somebody who was totally against you in her.
But
community.
why would she not be cool? Majority of the vote.
I'm telling you, Beyonce them are smart. Beyonce, she alienated a lot of people when she told people to vote for Kamala Harris. She didn't even tell you to vote for Kamala Harris. That's how much she knew that she was gonna get hurt by it. Because people have this mindset that all Beyonce's fans are black. This is bullshit. All Beyonce's fans are not black females. There's white women who love Beyonce, Asians, Mexicans, everything else. This was Beyonce coming back trying to say, "Oh, I'm still down with y'all." Even though I told y'all to vote for some crazy shit for some crazy ass Indian lady, I'm still cool. We still cool, right? I mean, she's trying to be an activist. And that's the thing that kept her afloat all these years, lying, saying she was a feminist, trying to take the activist route, coming out dressed like a damn Black Panther. It's all gimmicks. She literally hits on every Negro sympathy button when she does what she does. She just knows what gives black people a boner, so to speak. Like, we love black leather and sunglasses and skin, nigga. That does something to black people. We get mesmerized. We see that shit. Like, a white guy could come out in a black trench coat looking like Neo, and niggas gonna think he's the leader of the revolution. She probably did vote for Trump, but she took a bag from Kamala. From Kambala. As my girl Veronica be saying. She took a bag from Where are Vanessa? Sorry, I'm calling her Veronica. Vanessa, where are you? My girl called her Kambala. Vanessa be having me cracking up. I don't know where the hell Veronica came from. But yeah, hey, I love when she talk about Kambala. But yeah, Beyonce's a fucking hater, man. She's lazy as fuck. There's so many better artists out now. She can't even hang, dude.
Voters that voted for Kamala was black, right?
But a lot of black people with money voted against Kamala.
Yeah,
And
I
that's
look at,
who
but
Beyonce is dependent
majority
on.
of our voters was voting with Kamala, so she never lost nobody if that's the case.
People,
I look
black
at
people spend
Beyonce's.
money.
I look
voted
at
for Trump.
Beyonce's. I look at her performances like I look at Marvel movies, right? Like, you have all the production behind it. You got all the CGI. It's a big, massive mainstream movie, but I just don't connect with it. It's just so mainstream and overproduced
Yep.
that it's just like it just doesn't connect. It's not intimate enough for me. It's
What
just,
do you think she should have done different?
I don't know. I'm not Beyonce.
She
I
got-
couldn't say, but
What would
I
you
look-
like to see?
She
Though?
got to go back
That's
to
what
the
I'm saying.
good times.
Yeah.
maybe something more intimate. Like, instead
I
of
want to see her fly out the
This
sky.
was
This was
an NFL game, halftime, mind you.
Yeah.
How intimate can you be?
yeah. I mean, I could
But
understand that.
Beyonce lowered herself down, bro. She performing at games and shit. Girl, if you doing the Super Bowl, I get it.
That
She
game
got-
was on Christmas.
I get that, but what I'm saying is
How
that's
is that
still
lowering
to
yourself?
me that's still lower than Beyonce. Like, Super Bowl or nothing for Beyonce. And also, I'm with you. She has to go back more intimate
Yeah.
because that's where the wave is going. You getting the Summer Walkers, the Jasmine Sullivan. They getting on stage with a nigga playing a guitar behind them, really letting you hear their vocals now. You got the Brent Fires and them dudes
If
like that.
anything,
Are y'all
it's a
watching?
production.
Are y'all watching Summer Walker?
I do. A lot of
Yeah.
people like some
She
watch
makes
Summer
good music.
Walker.
I didn't
make
say
good
they
music.
didn't like her though, but that's why Beyonce was performing and Summer Walker wasn't, because Beyonce is Beyonce. All that other
Nah,
shit.
Beyonce just gotta say I wanna
Nobody,
perform.
none of them singers can outperform Beyonce. If they put them in a battle, like a battle with the bands, Beyonce is gonna outdo any of them.
Nah.
Her work ethic is fucking over all
If
of
they
them.
put them on the stage with
All they
just a
gonna do is shake
microphone,
some
I agree
ass,
with that because
shake
she's
some ass
trained
and
from
show
the-
some shit and do whatever you do. Her
I
whole
don't think so.
choreography is way on a
You're
different
telling
level.
me you're telling me on a stage with just a microphone,
Yeah.
she's outperforming freaking Hey, I want to share this with y'all. This is Beyonce's audience right here. This is Beyonce performing at something with like little kids or whatever, for like kids in a hospital or something. The Big Back Brigade is in full swing, always at arms ready to defend Beyonce. She gotta do some shit like this.
You didn't even make a sound. I found a way to let you in, but I never really had a doubt. Standing in the light of your halo, I got my angel now. It's like I've been awakened. Every rule I had you breaking. It's the risk that I'm taking. I ain't never gonna shut you out. It's everywhere I'm looking now. I'm surrounded by your embrace. Baby, I can see your halo. You know you're my saving grace. You're everything I need and more.
Hey, when the Mexicans started singing along, the dude playing the guitar, she starts showing out. You know she came out of a group. Beyonce was like, oh, now I got somebody singing under me. I can start screaming. Like, but when she was just by herself, she wasn't singing loud at all. She was mumbling. Then when the Mexican dude started singing with her, and then the Big Back started humming along and started shaking a thigh meat together and causing a small earthquake that may lead to a tsunami in Japan somewhere, then she started hollering. You know what I'm saying? Beyonce is, I'm telling you, the girl is, she gonna have to do more of that. I know it's old body butter plug. What is that's the last time she didn't sing a cappella. Hell yes, old. It's real old. What up? What up, BBP? But yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like she got to go back to those days because the music to me is getting more intimate now. Christina Aguilera could sing, but to me, Christina Aguilera oversins. She be doing too much sometimes. Like, girl, calm down. We know you can sing. You ain't black though. She be doing too much. I think Christina Aguilera killed her own career just trying to do way too much when she's singing. But Beyonce got to get back to that unplugged. Put her on the stage with just her and a guitar, and she's singing some shit. Like even that song was whack. Hello. She hit those notes like she been hitting those same notes for like 15 years, bro. Like, I mean, I like that she has vocal control, but the singing was very whack. Like, that's what made the little hello. That's what made that exciting. Like, ooh, so she was. It's like I've been awakened. I don't ever want to shut you out. I'm not feeling it. Even the big backs was getting mad. They was like, man, it's time to eat. Them women was big. How you gonna put that camera right on their damn stomach? Like their faces was too ugly. Like, we ain't gonna show. They put it right on their stomach. They all looked like they was were they in the fucking maternity ward or what? Because they was looking big. I am jealous. I am jealous of a light-skinned woman. Beyonce. I calls her Beyonce. If I see a C and an E, I see Che. Say. If it was say, it'd be S-A-Y. But yeah, it's crazy shit. And then is that like a wig Beyonce's wearing? And I thought when you got your hair done, it was supposed to look laid. Her shit be looking frazzled as fuck. Uh-oh, what happened? Uh-oh, what happened, goddess? Uh-oh, Kambala. Kambala done got us. Let me see your halo. Halo.
Her choreography is gonna be better.
Girl who sing? Hell no.
Hold on. Beyonce is 43 years old. Let's keep that in mind. She came in the game at what, 18?
That's
well, I mean, I think she's still doing great.
17?
And they want a 43-year-old doing backflips.
No, we don't. That's not what we're saying.
43 years old. Hold on. Y'all want her doing Chris Brown choreography?
No.
That was never her thing. Like
Chris Brown,
her
39.
Right, but Beyonce's greatness was just being able to be Beyonce. It never was this wild choreography. Like y'all asking her to do things she was never really known for.
I'm just saying that
when y'all say what do you want her to do?
When y'all say more intimate, what do y'all mean? Can y'all clarify that for me? Because I'm confused.
Like a Jay-Z backstage.
Where you
Jay-Z
let them answer.
Where you're actually singing the songs. It's not just you up there.
So that's more intimate.
That's more intimate.
So.
She's dancing. She's mostly dancing. She's like Britney Spears at this point. She's just a performer. She's not really singing to her audience. Like she's not gonna get in a small space with people and just sing to them and stuff. And that's what the audience wants now.
People
at
home, like, you know what I want to see Beyonce doing the Beyoncés, shaking ass and looking good on motherfucking TV. I don't care about all that.
Ass like that.
It don't matter. I want to see her shaking ass. I don't care about that other shit. Oh, she needs to be more intimate and singing through the mic. And
you know how crazy he sounds?
You watching at the house, cuz talking about she needs to be. You want to hear this bitch screaming her voice?
Nah, I just think it's over.
Hold on, this how crazy he sounds.
I'm not saying it's bad that yes, we want to hear her sing, but ultimately, nigga, I'm not watching her just to hear all that. I want to see her do what the fuck she.
How do you want her to be more intimate? But then in the same breath, say she took a step down for performing at an NFL halftime game show because she does arenas and this. But you want her to do a Jay-Z unplugged? A Beyonce Tiny Desk?
Tiny Desk would go crazy. Tiny Desk would go crazy.
Right. You want her to do a Tiny Desk? Yes, that's exactly what we're saying. Like the reality is this: Beyonce ain't getting no new fans. At this point, it's like LeBron's sorry ass. You so shitty and trying to live off hype that you're allowing little niggas to come in and get titles, right? You allow motherfuckers like Joker to get a title, white boys and shit, because you refuse to get back to your roots, right? Beyonce came from a girl group. She should be able to harmonize, do a cappella. Thank you, Hakeem. I know I'm right. They knew I was right too. She should be able to harmonize, do a cappella, just off the top of her head, you know, sing some good stuff and make it very entertaining. That would be her roots, Destiny's Child. You got people like Billie Eilish and shit taking the teenage bass. Why? Because instead of snatching up all that bread, you are on some, oh, I only want to perform if it's at an arena. I only want to perform if it's at the NFL halftime show for Christmas, right? They're acting like Beyonce got that Christmas gig just because she's so good. She got the Christmas gig because Jay-Z's her fucking husband and he's controlling halftime shows at NFL games and at NFL events, right? That's why she got it. That was a bag. That she probably got paid because it's not the Super Bowl. She probably got paid for the Christmas game because I think that deals with just the owners of those teams. They just put that bag in their bank account. That went to Little Blue Ivy's trust fund. End of the day, I'm looking at where music is going with the females, and they don't want that anymore. They want Summer Walker, you know, intimate show. Ari Lennox, intimate show. Coco Jones, intimate show. Now that money might be too little for Beyonce, right? But at the end of the day, this is how you get to Michael Jackson level, right? No one's going to ever do it as big as Michael did it, as far as now is concerned. Because Michael Jackson didn't need no fucking opening acts. He packed out a stadium and it was just him. That's it. Chris Brown packed out the arena in Johannesburg, but he had to bring like 20 African artists up there to get people in. And Chris Brown is awesome. But the reason these people can't be on that level, even though they have way more exposure than Michael Jackson ever could have dreamed of with the internet, is because they don't do the little things. See, Michael Jackson was like a crooner. He could sing you a ballad. He could sing you a dead song. He had his little dance moves and shit, a little choke chain around his waist and fucking flooding pants with the socks, with the gym socks, with the penny loafers. But Michael Jackson put his work in. See what I'm saying? He was at bars and shit when he was a little kid. People grew up with Michael Jackson. They watched him from the time he was little, and he stayed connected with the people, came consistently with the albums, but he didn't do like Beyonce, dropping a bunch of raggedy ass albums that nobody's listening to, garbage ass music, overproduced. Michael Jackson put love into every album. Go look at look at the amount of albums artists have now, and look how many albums Michael Jackson has. How many albums does adult Michael Jackson have? How many albums does adult Michael Jackson have? And he's been doing music since he was a kid. As an adult, Michael Jackson had about 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, 1, 2, 3. I'm looking at him right now. Mike had 1, 2, 3, 4. Mike had less than 10 albums. 5. Mike had like less than 10 albums as an adult. He had less than 10 albums as an adult. Versus these people, you look at the damn Spotify, damn, you got 30 fucking albums and only been in the game 10 years? right? It's really it's really like they're not putting the same love into it. You know, they're not putting the same love into the music like they used to. And they get in there with these engineers and stuff, and they let laziness take over. Oh, you mean to tell me that I could sing these vocals and y'all could later on find the beat and patch it in and, you know, do something? That's what they're doing. They're using all the technology. I'm telling you, I was watching a thing and they were like, yeah, with Beyonce, some songs with Beyonce, we don't even need her in the studio. We can just patch vocals that she comes in, she lays down the vocals. Later on, they find a good beat, patch the vocals into the beat, and that's a track. Like, come on, bro. Where's the process? Like, why don't you just put a studio in the crib and just do it like that? If you really need, you know what I'm saying? Talk about being a mom, dude. Like, what? Like, we're not growing with Beyonce. Beyonce is not letting us into her life. Did she sing a song about her sister trying to fight Jay-Z in that elevator? If she ain't made a song about that, she ain't doing it right. Yes, I can compare Then and Now the right way, and I'm doing it, goddammit. I'm doing it. Because Then and Now are very comparable. This is like people hate on Drake. One of the things I'll give Drake pours his heart and soul out on his music. Damn, I like this girl. She didn't like me back. And I'm a millionaire. He's not afraid to freaking be vulnerable to his audience. Beyonce, what the fuck is she even talking about 90% of the time? Let me be your halo. Get the fuck out of here, okay? You're going through life like everyone else. Tell us, I woke up this morning and my pussy had a funny smell to it, and I think I should make a doctor's appointment. Tell us. We want to know, goddammit. She tries to come off as like this larger than life figure, and she's not. We all saw her on stage at the Kamala Harris event. She damn near to act like she couldn't string a fucking sentence together. She was acting like she had a freaking microchip implanted in the base of her brain. I'm just keeping it real with y'all. So as the music gets realer and more intimate, Beyonce is getting faker and more commercialized. Like, she's not fucking like real. And the chicks and the people who follow her, they are big back women looking for escapism. They're not real either. That's why they love her. I love you, Beyonce. I got diabetes, but you the queen, girl. But like, no, but for real. I listen to a lot of women artists. I always bring up my girl Jasmine Sullivan, her, right? Tim's. Come on, man. Ari Lennox, Coco Jones, Summer Walker. SZA, don't even get me started. Excuse me, I burped. But Laughing Like Saga, you might not want to know about smelly pussy, but there's some chicks who woke up with that coochie on on 10 with the smell and didn't know what the hell happened. Ooh, girl, that smelled like an infection. Let them know. Get back to the what's her name? I got one hand in my pocket, girl. What's her name? Damn, what's her fucking name? I'm losing my mind. Alanis Morissette. Ooh, this could get messy, but you don't seem to mind. Ooh, don't go telling everybody. That's what I want to hear. I want to hear some real shit. Not no freaking fake ass, stupid ass, like shit sound like Rolling Stones wrote it when they were stoned. Camel Z has a spell on her. Most millennial black women love Beyonce. No, they don't. They act like they love Beyonce. They act like they love Beyonce because they're told they have to love her because she's a feminist and she's an activist. That's it. Most of these women can't even name 10 Beyonce songs. Trust me, I put this to the test. You like Beyonce? Oh, I love Beyonce. Name 10 Beyonce songs. They can't. Beyonce ain't got no class. Beyonce ain't had a classic since To the Left, Everything You Own in a Box to the Left. That was real-ish, right? Yes, that's my stuff. If I bought it, please don't touch. And keep talking that shit, that's fine. Because you walk and talk at the same. Now that's some hot shit right there. If I remember it, it's hot. That was the best shit she man, fire. I love her in that element, but she tapped back into the Destiny's Child shit. And she should have just kept that going. But Beyonce is like, you remember the singer Monica? She's like if Monica kept trying to like sing. Like Monica doesn't sing as much anymore because she understands, like, for one, I don't have the production. I don't have the right recipe formula to make hits, right? So I'm gonna go around singing my old shit, right? So I can, because it's better to live in a moment in time than to be trying to like force yourselves into the present and shit's just coming out sounding lazy and half-assed. There's a reason why she hasn't won any. I don't think Beyonce has won a Grammy for best album. Her album sucked. That's why. I'm telling you. Has Beyonce ever won album? Never. Nigga, I Google, has Beyonce ever won Grammy for best album? One word, never. That is horrible. Hey, they dogging her. Look at this. I Google, has Beyonce ever won album for best, won a Grammy for best album? That shit just had one word, never. As if Google, God ain't gonna let her ass win. Nigga, never. Not Beyonce hasn't won, just never. And then they ask the question, will Beyonce finally win album of the year? That shit, never. Just one word. They did her dirty. But hell no, she ain't gonna win because there's no love in her music. There's no love in her music. I'm keeping it real. And I believe her numbers are faked. I believe her numbers are faked on streaming sites. Jay-Z owned the streaming company. I believe her numbers are fluffed up. Like, I'm being real with y'all. I don't think those be her real listens. I'm telling you, these young girls don't give a fuck about Beyonce. And they're the ones mostly listening to it. These big back bitches is at work all day. They don't got time to be sitting up listening to Beyonce. Right. Nah, it ain't because her target audience is black women. It's because her music is not that good. Who is Kendrick Lamar's target audience? Niggas from Compton? Because he has 17 Grammys. No, it's, man, she don't got MTV or VMA. That's what I'm trying to tell you. She's the most decorated artist in Grammy's history, but she has never won the award show's top prize, best album. Because her albums are garbage. 1-2 songs, that's it. And then the rest is a bunch of fluff. When she sung Ave Maria, I knew she had fucking lost it at that point. You mean to tell me you wasted a track on an album with this crap and then tried to market it, tried to push it hard? Like, what? But that was her trying to tap into the Latino base. But they got their people. They don't listen to your raggedy ass Beyonce. And I hope she see this. Send a hit squad for me, Jigga. Jigga die. I don't care. But real talk, she never won best album. They were never really feeling her. Her first album was going off the, listen, Destiny's Child fell apart. People was thirsty for some Destiny's Child stuff, and Beyonce came out with her solo album and suppressed the albums of the other two girls. So people went and snapped it up like, ooh, this is going to be like Destiny's Child vibe. That's it. And I promise you, what she probably did as a person who has made music, what she probably did was she probably took a bunch of songs that were intended to be sang by Destiny's Child as a group, and she sang them on her own. That's what people do. When a lot of times when you see like a group split up and then the lead singer come out with their own album, they usually have, yes, I am. They usually have songs that were written and purchased for the group to sing. And then the solo in the lead singer would depend on how much control they got. They'll just sing it on their own. Like, I could sing all the parts on this. And if it's hot, they'll boom. Hell no, she ain't no Jen. Dude, stop, bruh. I will fight you in real life if you ever try to tell me Beyonce is the continuation of the improvement or the greater Janet Jackson? Hell fucking no. Her stiff ass be up there trying to shape that damn camel back. It looks so terrible. And then that fucking bodysuit she always, that shit looks nasty. It looks horrible. Like, hell fucking no. I'm not buying that. I'm not buying that. Beyonce to me is just commercial. She's commercialized, hella commercialized. I put her in the same category as like who else is commercial? Who else is hella commercialized nowadays? Like Celine Dion or some shit. Like you're just like Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift used to have real shit. Now she's just highly commercialized. But at least one, Taylor Swift is still relatively young, and Taylor Swift, her bass is stronger than Beyonce's bass. Because at the end of the day, she's a white woman, right? And she sings to her bass. And she could always fall back on the country. Taylor Swift has blended genres masterfully. She gets the pop and the country every time. So Taylor Swift got people in the country listening to pop music and vice versa, right? That's where Beyonce tried to go into country. She tried to go into country, but it was a fucking gimmick. It was never authentic. It's bad when you out here trying to go into trying to manufacture some shit. I hate that. I really hate that. You're trying to Mickey Mouse your way into stuff. If you want to be a country artist, go dedicate 5 years to singing country songs. Go down to Tennessee and all those places and perform in some of those little hovels that these country music people do. People have done it. Darius Rucker did it. Darius Rucker is like one of my favorite country singers. He didn't start off as a country singer. He's from North Carolina, but he didn't start off as a country singer. He sang pop or alternative or whatever genre of music Hootie and the Blowfish is in. He was singing that for years and years and years. And then he said, dude, I'm getting back to my country roots. I'm going to let this accent come out. And then he went and spent like 10 years building a country career. And now he is country. Now he is traveling the world singing country songs. He has a show coming up in Johannesburg, South Africa pretty soon. I might just go to it because I love me some damn Darius Rucker. Yeah, the halftime show was ass. I'm gonna come out of a horse. What are you doing, Beyonce? We're gonna change her name to Trash Beyonce. Cause the same gimmicks, the shit's whack. We know you sold your soul to the devil, bitch. Like, okay, we get it. We get it, Beyonce. His name is Hootie. Name ain't no damn Hootie. Hootie is not even him. He said his name is Hootie. Is he the one that is Hootie in that group? Hootie. Hootie and the Blowfish Band members. None of them are named Hootie. That's oh, they're from South Carolina. I'm sorry, he's from South Carolina. Yeah. They were the Wolf Brothers. The band is Rucker is often labeled as being the Hootie in the band's name. Smith left the group after finishing college, but he made scattered guest appearances with the band. I guess he's Hootie or something. They call him Hootie, but that ain't his, obviously that's not his name. I don't know, but that's a big ass band. I got too much history. What are you talking about? I don't got no damn too much history. I read a lot. They perform together sometimes. Darius Rucker had a huge drug problem, and Hootie and the Blowfish was a driver of that because they were so successful. I mean, bro, literally they were like partying. Like they would go do a show, freaking get on the bus, do some cocaine, smoke some weed, drink some beers, drink some alcohol. They were partying. And it was so bad that at one point he had to get his own bus because he was like, if I'm around it, I'm going to do it. And I'm not just going to do it a little bit. He's like, I'm going to do it a lot because I love to do it. So they got him his own bus. And if you get your own tour bus, y'all got some money rolling in. But he was like, we have to. He was like, this ain't a request. This is a demand. Like, if y'all want me with this band, I'm still, I need my own bus. And then on top of that, like another band member, the drummer left. I think he was the drummer because he got married and he was like, I can't be doing this shit anymore. Dude, I'm talking about they were doing it. They were painting the town, bro. I'm working tonight. I have a job. I'm not up with you guys all night. Actually, I'm going to go eat dinner right now and I'm going to chill till I got to go to work. Man, bro, when they said freaking triple time, it was over. When they said triple time, it was over. I'm going to be real with y'all. Holiday pay too. Yeah, regular. Yeah, especially when you're doing shit you ain't got no business doing. Excuse me. I mean, the artists that I really like, the artists that I really love, I listen to their music and I follow like I look up the history. I like history. History is one of my things. History was my favorite subject in school. Second favorite subject, pimping hoes. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah. So guys, you got as much of me tonight as I can give you. It's been a few days since we've been up in this thing together, but we're here. So just stay tuned for the next year. It's gonna be big. It's gonna be big. If you haven't already, please go like, share, and go subscribe to the Notorious BDT YouTube channel. It is a thing. It is alive. And I'm doing the official launch of that channel tomorrow. So officially, that channel will go up officially tomorrow, like day-to-day post over there. That's where we're going to do a little more short form content, but it is here. The Notorious BDT channel right there. See that? Y'all see that? I be that. And if y'all want to get the rest of that video, because it wasn't even halfway done, go over to the Viral Way podcast to go check us out. And just trash the other guys and give me a lot of compliments. Yeah, this is it. See, I got some stuff up already, but this was just to kind of test it out. But go over there and spread love, it's all good. So there's some content over there getting a little bit of views, 96 views, 74 views. I think one of them had 100 something views. The shorts got a few views. What is this? No views. Yeah, the shorts got a few views. I got one that had 401 views, so it's starting to pick up. So go over there, like, share, subscribe, like the content if you want to. If you don't, screw you. What am I doing? Let me put this link in the comments. Maybe that's forever. Use keywords. What are the keywords? I don't know what the keywords are. What are the keywords, Bodybuilder? Agriculture, you don't be teaching me nothing about SEO, man. But we're gonna put the short clips over there. It's gonna be probably more of the political stuff. This one I'm gonna keep it black. A little bit of political stuff. Political stuff over here. If it overlaps with our blackness, I'm gonna talk about it over here. Live streams over here. Clips, shorter form videos over there. I don't listen to y'all. Y'all don't tell me nothing. Stop. You literally said something live on air, and I'm like, tell me, what do I use? I listen. Y'all don't be telling me nothing. Stop lying. You've been mad at me for like 3 years, and now you're going to front. See how people try to do me? 3 clips. They finna let the yappa say. Oh, yeah, they are. They are. Damn. I'm going to be going out the house right when they start shooting. Damn, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, it's okay. You could be mad. Listen, body butterfly. Let me tell you something about life with me. I am used to people being mad. Listen, my whole family hates me. And guess what? They can't even tell you why they hate me. Or at least they are afraid to admit it publicly. So I'm used to it. It's okay. I'll be here. I'll be here when y'all get back. Yeah, that's okay. Send me some stuff. Listen, Africulture, you see her promising this? That means you have to do it. You see her saying this? I screenshotted this. I know how to screenshot on my laptop. But yeah, my whole family hates me. So I'm not worried about that. They'll be back when they need $40 for their phone bill. But yeah, so I don't take anything personal. I got some dude. My own friend Dominic, he used to be on other. He blocked me on Instagram because I said everybody who voted for Kamala's a pedophile. I mean, it is what it is. I'll see him around. My friend Marquise, he don't talk to me because I said Islam, Muhammad married a 6-year-old or a 9-year-old or some shit. Blocked. Don't want to talk to me more. That's okay. That's okay. What does your new channel name me? My name is Brandon DeVaris Tucker. So Notorious Brandon DeVaris Tucker, basically. The Notorious BDC. Yeah. So now you guys know. Now you guys know all my personal business. Don't be trying to dox me either, because ain't nothing to dox. Ain't no gay pictures online of me, okay? Me in a thong at Pride Festival. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here and go eat dinner. Y'all have a beautiful night. Please be safe this New Year. Please don't. I don't want to see y'all on the news with no bullshit. Please don't do that to me. Y'all, don't embarrass us, okay? We a small group, but we tight. We tight and we strong. Don't embarrass us, okay? Do not be out here getting drunk and doing crazy shit. Because if I see you on the news, I'm gonna be like Peter in the Garden of Gethsemane. I'm gonna deny your ass 3 times before the cock crows, dude. I don't know them. All right, I'll talk to y'all later, though. Have a good night. Please take care of yourselves. But most importantly, what? Take care of each other. Peace.